these players here, you know, we're going to see Jiewa versus Xiaohai coming up here. And, you know, interestingly enough, we talked about the celebrity of Xiaohai, but someone like Jiewa, he's been traveling the world.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I mean, I know he's going to be the first match, so we'll get into talking about them and get into their quotes. But even before we get into that, I just want to point out that Jiewa is literally one of my most inspirational players of the fighting game community because he's been to every event. He grinds so hard. He travels to every event. There was one year he tried to get in the Capcom Pro Tour and he missed it by just a tiny. And then last year he finally made it in there.
Finally made it.
And then it got canceled, and it's just like, oh, so, you know, part of me, you know, obviously is going to be rooting for this guy, but again, first round going up against.
Yeah, and that's typically a match, like that's a match that you could see in grand finals at multiple tournaments, especially with Xiaohai being a KOF legend and really translating that into his Street Fighter play, having Jiewa like finally qualifying, not being able to make it. This is his opportunity. This is his chance to really make it happen because guess what? The Capcom Pro Tour is happening. This is China 1, and you are going to be one match away from being in top 8. So let's get into these quotes right now, James. What are you expecting?
Let's see what these guys have to say here. Jiewa's going to sit here and say, "Victory! I want to be champion of CPT China once again."
Yeah.
Good attitude to have. I like it.
There we go. I'm liking it from Jiewa. He knows that he had it in his hands before, and we're trying to get that right back in. You know, really grasping it. That's the heart of a champion right there. That's the heart of a champ.
It's funny because he used to be called Dark Jiewa, but see his smile, how happy he is right now?
No more
he
darkness.
He's got to be Light Jiewa or just Jiewa. I think we're
just
good
Jiewa.
with that.
Jiewa light
exactly.
mode. I like it. I like
All right,
it.
let's see what Xiaohai has to say here.
Let's do it. All right, Xiaohai. Xiaohai knows. It's time for business. Xiaohai knows. And the respect is due. Xiaohai is an great success, fantastic fighting game player. You have to put respect on that name. So seeing what Xiaohai is going to be able to do against Jiewa here, is Jiewa going to be able to get the championship back in his hands, get into CPT and represent, or is it going to be Xiaohai, you know, sending him into the lower bracket?
This is a crazy first round match.
It's so hard. Like
this is what we're starting the weekend with, and I don't know. It's gonna be like this is gonna be heartbreaking for me to see either of these players go into the losers bracket, but that's the way it works here at the Capcom Pro Tour. There is no easy path.
Oh,
and
what?
Okay.
Excuse me?
Okay. Well, you know what? I like this choice. Well, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because Cammy actually is a character that has been known to really cause Poison some problems because once Cammy gets in, obviously Poison doesn't have quite the same defense as, you know, having an EX uppercut, Akuma, side switch, you know, EX demon flips and stuff. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. But also, these two players probably play each other a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, this might be one of those things that is just based off of them knowing each other.
Yeah, and you know, there might be something in the player matchup where you feel more comfortable as Jiewa playing the Poison because you get to play that zoning game a lot more controlled. If you never let Cammy get the momentum going, you get to really control that pace. And Akuma doesn't have as many opportunities with such a low health pool and the low stun. But quickly, Xiaohai just putting the hurt on Cammy is in that prime position in the corner right now. Take the throw.
And this is the situation here.
Ooh,
what the heck?
Back throw?
Maybe he went for an empty jump into low.
Activation.
All right, plus, but you know what? Jiewa's going to challenge with that 3-frame anyway. So the thing about it is you have to establish, so you're +1 in that situation.
Yeah.
Poison's standing light punches 3 frames. You got to establish that early on, that this is what you're going to do. Keep them in check.
Yeah, you got to put Xiaohai into a position where he has to respect your decisions because that plus frame means nothing if Xiaohai knows that he can challenge every time.
Right,
you gotta cross your T's, dot your I's.
Exactly.
Very good stuff. Trying to create that space for Jiewa, but right now it is not looking good. The dive kick connects successfully. Good challenge.
Yeah. Again, plus to see there,
there it is. That's what you got to do.
Light punch, but this is what Cammy can do. I mean, the one advantage I can see in this matchup with Poison is that at least she has the range to challenge like Cammy's standing medium kick and stuff.
Exactly.
But once she gets in, it's so scary.
Yeah, you don't have that reversal. You don't have that uppercut. But now full stick of butter on the side. Both sides is going to be a huge confirm.
Super? Yeah, super. And I like the idea. A lot of Cammys like to do uppercut in the super for max damage, but he's saving the second half of that V-trigger to be a threat on the jump dive kick. Might give him some free regular jumps.
Wow, great throw. That was so good. The walk forward, just scoop you up. Okay.
Good reaction.
Great tech.
All right, here we go. One touch
And
from Jiewa will win this.
Yeah, great.
Oh, okay, now he spends the meter on the EX, so not necessarily trying to cook Cammy here.
Oh, any touch will do it. And that great punish on the EX, the awareness from Xiaohai to take that first game. You're stuck in that animation. You can't do much.
Yeah, Jiewa, I think, was trying to sneak in with the low.
Yeah.
I believe that was the EX low that he went for. So he was just trying to snipe the legs, trying to keep Xiaohai walking. But Cammy is Cammy. She's going to jump because she can.
Yeah, she can. She's got that privilege. She can dive kick at any time you want. You have to deal with it. You have to time your anti-airs appropriately. And right there, Jiewa just did not capitalize on the situation appropriately. The EX comes out, and Xiaohai, with the awareness, jumps right over, knows exactly what's going on. As you said, these players have most likely played countless times, which means the tendencies are there, and you get those next level reads. Great dive kick, and you're going straight to the corner in a backdash.
Yeah, it's
to
a
really
scary
reset.
situation. And remember, this is the start of the, this is just the top 16. So, I mean, I say that because it's 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, close to stun here. Ah, yes, the flip kick shimmy. If you have moves that go airborne, they can act as shimmies as well. Is this enough to kill? It is.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jiewa getting around on the board here.
You gotta imagine that was damage without V-Trigger and without many resources. That's something that Poison can really do. Like, you gotta get going with Akuma. Once you get the V-Trigger activated, you're like, wow, I'm really gonna explode this fella.
Okay.
But now...
Late buffs combos right there. I don't know if you can call it a late buff. It's like 2 years old, 1.5 years old now, but...
Oh, great dive kick again. No punish. The anti-air does not come out at the right time.
Nice dash under. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and also keep in mind that Cammy has just lower health in general. Ooh, try to snipe out of the air. Gets, okay.
Wow.
This is huge. This is going to be big damage here. Not enough quite yet to build the critical art, but one hit will lead. Never mind. He spends the bar. Oh, the hit.
No, you're dead.
Super. Oh, and yeah, that time he's going to uppercut super to make sure it kills. Because it was so close to death, and there it is right there.
And that's going to be match point right now for Xiaohai. This is huge. Jiewa put into a pretty compromised position. Almost has critical art on deck, so the resources are there for Jiewa to really make this happen.
Right. So just trying to keep Xiaohai. But like I said, the scary thing is a lot of your best tools as Poison are going to be like that crouching heavy punch, but those are slow moves. And so that gives Cammy the freedom to jump. So that's why you see Jiewa going with the up whip, trying to send the message to Xiaohai that you can't just jump freely.
Yeah. These are my skies.
Right. So that way the crouching heavy punch will work, but Xiaohai detecting.
Wow. Again.
Yeah.
The reaction of Xiaohai to the EX splash is so good, and this is stun territory. You cannot take another hit.
Oh, and you know why that happened right there. Jiewa was trying. Oh, it's not quite over yet.
Oh,
okay,
activation.
Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay,
Reset.
throw on the reset. Because it would have killed, but then Xiaohai knew that wasn't real. He was ready to go for that. But the reason why that dive kick worked against Jiewa was because Jiewa tried the crouching medium punch, the dive kick. And that's what the freedom of the dive kick gives you. It gives you a faster jump attack or a slower
arc jump attack, yeah.
And so he tried the crouching medium punch. He was expecting the dive kick, but Xiaohai just did the regular jump, got in, got the stun, put himself one hit away from victory. And so Xiaohai's done for the day.
Yeah, thank you for playing. Xiaohai moves on very quickly 2-0. And that's fantastic to see, you know, Xiaohai. There's nothing more I can say about the caliber of play that comes from Xiaohai, and we just got to see it there. And it's just that Jiewa wasn't able to keep up to the speed of the varying dive kicks. It wasn't the various jump timings. And I mean, I like the poison pick in theory, but I feel Akuma has a lot faster answers to really deal with those jump-ins from Cammy. So we'll get to see what he's able to do in the loser's bracket. Maybe the Akuma's going to come out, but...
Jiewa's in the unfortunate position, I always say this, of being the first on stream to lose, because then he's going to be the last to play on stream.
That's right. So you got to wait this entire time and just reflect on your actions.